In 600 meters, turn left onto Seaford Road.
Okay, today we're doing a review.
In 400 meters, turn left onto Seaford Road.
Seeing how Tomtom's Amigo or Amigo, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it. One day I'll probably find out or get told. But anyway, just doing a test on the average speed camera section of the Peninsula Link Freeway. So,
turn left.
I'm interested to see whether or not the different apps can let people know what their sorry about that, bit of a head check there.
In 1.3 kilometers, turn left onto Frankston Dandenong Road.
So, yeah, interested to see whether or not it just simply, first of all, lets you know. I believe it lets you know that you're on an average speed camera zone, and then to see whether or not it lets you know what your average speed is as you're going through that zone, because there's two ways to get fined on an average speed camera zone. One is there's a fixed camera at the start and the end, and there may be multiple sections linked together. In this case, I think there's 3 sections, giving 4 cameras in each direction. So we're only going to do, I think, either 1 or 2 sections of it. Actually 2 cameras and not the full section. And the reason for that is we'll do the first camera, which shows the start of the section, and then we'll go through the second camera, but then we'll go
in 500 meters, turn left onto Frankston Dandenong Road.
So we'll see how Tomtom's Amigo goes, and lets us know what you can sort of see the display. I'll show you the video of the drive, and you can see the display that comes up, so you can make your decision. Is it the tool for you? What I've done is I've tried Amigo or Amigo.
Turn left.
A number of years ago, probably 3 years ago, and stopped using it because there was a couple
in
of
600 meters, turn right onto Peninsula Link, then go straight.
But I can't remember what those shortcomings were. I do remember one, which was that at speed cameras it would not tell you. It would. You approach the speed camera. Say there was a speed camera here. It would tell you. But if there was one on the opposing road, then it would also tell you, even though there was no speed camera that would affect you. So that bothered me, because on the what is it, Monash Freeway or something down near Narre Warren, there's a road that goes across, and there's a speed camera, and so it would tell me that there was a speed camera and that the speed of the road was 60.
Turn right, then go straight.
And I'm going along a 100km/h freeway, and that was, to me, just bad, because it simply should pick up the direction you're going, and if those speed cameras are not able to detect you in the direction that you're going, because there's 4 entrances to every intersection, and the camera is only in one of those entrances, so
go straight onto M11 toward Port C.
So we'll just, it's not very up here, the first start of the camera zone.
Approaching a fixed speed camera in 380 meters. Speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
So that's actually very good. It's telling me
take M11.
The speed of the road, and that was the camera just there. And tells you the speed speed of the road and also that there's a speed camera. Now I'll just drive along to the next section of the road. I'm not looking at the screen at the moment, so it's a bit of a distraction for me to look at the screen whilst I'm driving along, so I don't know if it's what it's trying to tell me, if there's anything there. I can see a blue line on the screen, which may be the average speed, but I can't see another speed to let me know what my average speed is. So I can see another number there. So
In 3 kilometers, take exit 13 onto 4 toward Cranbourne Road.
So we're now, you can see on the
Approaching a fixed speed camera in 470 meters. Speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
there we have been told that it's a speed camera coming up now, so we can see the lines on the road, and if you look up you can see the cameras up above. So that's basically it.
In 1 kilometer, take exit 13 onto 4 toward Cranbourne Road.
Yeah, easily see a speed which tells me what average speed. Now what I've done, because I wanted that feature, is I have this speed and camera alerts web app available at my site, www.speedcameralocations.com.au, speedcameralocations.com.au, and it provides me with the average speed in
Take the exit.
of the average camera, of the average cameras.
In 400 meters, turn right onto 4 toward Frankston.
So that was good. That was a good test. I sort of felt like Tomtom,
Turn right.
Amigo would actually give me the average speed, but can't see it. I mean, there was a value back there, but in any case, I won't know until I get back and upload this video. So read the description in the description if there's anything that I haven't picked up, and you'll probably pick it up before me because you're watching the video, so before you read it. So in the description I'll add some notes as to whether or not it picked up what was my experience. So should I review Tomtom's Amigo again, because it's been 3 or 4 years since I've used it. Didn't meet my needs. May or may not meet my needs, but may still have the same issues. So I'll need to find one of the locations, and basically it's just in almost any intersection where there's a speed camera on one road and the other 3 sections of road going into that intersection, coming from one of the other directions. If it says that there's a speed camera ahead and there isn't, because it doesn't affect that particular part of the...
In 200 meters, turn right. Then turn right.
Then that will let me know whether or not it's still doing what it used to do. Anyway, thank you very much for coming along on this test with me. So let's just see how the app goes now. We've reached the destination. So if I say that, and we'll just let it run as an aid as we're driving along. See how it goes. I actually like to test it in as a route, because sometimes some apps do better or do more things when you've got a route that you need to follow. And then I also like to just have it as an aid, a driver's aid, as you're going along. If you're speeding, it will alert you to the fact that you're speeding. If there's a camera, it will alert you to the fact that there's a camera. So I like that type of aid for when I'm driving. Do I need it? Well, more and more cameras, more and more risk. They're just rolling them out.
Entering a 4.5 kilometers average speed zone. Speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour. Your average speed is now 94 kilometers per hour.
Okay, so it did tell me that what my average speed was. It's telling me there's a camera coming up at 600 meters.
Approaching a fixed speed camera in 500 meters. Speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
So this
Your average speed is now 95 kilometers per hour.
Okay, so that's pretty good. It's actually telling me what my average speed is. I don't recall it telling me that on the way down, the first part of this video. There's a line up the top telling me there's an average speed zone. Can't easily see on the screen there anything that lets me know what my average speed is. It has told me, and has told me what my speed was a couple of times, which is very good. But the problem is now I'm driving along and I'm getting closer to the next camera, and at some point, if I'm actually going too fast, I'd like to know that so I can drop the speed down and bring it back underneath the average. So I need to know in advance. Well in advance, not just 100 or a couple hundred meters away. I need to know it.
Approaching a fixed speed camera in 460 meters. Speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
So as you can see, nope, hasn't told me my average speed. So not really.
Average speed zone is over. Your average speed was 92 kilometers per hour.
And so to tell me after I'd finished the average speed zone is not helpful. Although helpful from the point of view is that you probably know that you're getting a fine or not. But not helpful from the point of view of adjusting your driving speed. If for some reason you did go over the speed limit, such as overtaking, which you're not supposed to speed, but I would suggest that probably most people do. And there's very logical reasons why people speed when they overtake, actually, and there's a couple good reasons, good or bad reasons. So, and one of the reasons that people speed is simply it sounds like it's not safe to speed, but the longer you're on the other side of the road, the more at risk you are. And if the car that you're trying to overtake decides to, because often they see a car coming along next to them and they speed up, so you're now on the wrong side of the road with the car increasing its speed. Very common. Is it legal? Supposedly not. If you're overtaking a car, the other car is legally not allowed to speed up. But I've never seen anybody get caught for that, and I've seen plenty of people doing that, especially on country roads with overtaking lanes. Extremely common if you hit an overtaking lane for the car that was slowing everybody down to plant the foot at the overtaking lane. And in Tasmania, I saw trucks doing it, doing 70, 80 kilometres after the overtaking lane, but on the overtaking lane, 100 kilometres an hour. And before it, they were under the speed limit, and so they just plant the foot. So that makes it harder to overtake. And what you're doing is you're focusing, when you're overtaking, on the road ahead, the dangers involved, and the car next to you. And you may not be fully aware of your speed as you're doing that. And so you have to become aware of your speed and decide, okay, this is not working, slow down. It's not the risk. It's not worth the risk. But it's easy when you're trying to overtake, thinking that that car is not speeding up and you're speeding up to actually continue to overtake. So, so there may be reasons. There's no justification ever for speeding. You get booked, you accept the punishment, and that's just life and what you need to do. But for me, I haven't had a speeding ticket for probably 40 years, 45 years, close to 50 years, and so I'm almost these days accused of driving too slow more often than driving too fast. So it's not something I would do, but I still like to have the tool available to me to, one, let me know if I'm speeding so I can slow down. I don't always. Speed signs disappear. Speed signs get knocked over. They get removed when there's construction. They change, and you're so used to the old speed limit you don't realise that the speed limit has changed. So there's some reasons you will speed, but there'll be mistakes, and again, it's your fault, nobody else's. So by having an aid that lets me know that I'm speeding and slow down, as soon as it tells me, the foot's off the accelerator, and within a second or two, I'm back down to the speed limit. Not a problem. I like to know where the cameras are, because if you're turning like this and you've got an amber light, the time's 3 seconds on a major road, and you're coming up faster than you've only got 3 seconds, and you may actually be going faster than the supposed 45 that you should be doing as you're approaching. Well, there's nothing to tell you what speed you should approach except for the road speed limit, and many cars, including myself, will actually drive along and approach that corner and move through the intersection as you do. So there's not enough time, and that's been proven overseas. So that needs to change, but it won't change into Australia until it becomes an international standard. You're driving slower than the speed limit, so it takes you longer. So it takes you longer to get through the intersection. If your car hasn't cleared those sensors, and you only get 0.5 of a second, which is basically a head check, to check that there's no cars coming from either side. So if you take your glance off the camera or the light ahead for half a second, that could be enough. That's the leeway they give you, and that could be enough to actually get you to get a fine. I have known people to get a fine of 0.7 seconds, so 0.2 of a second over, and that was when the actual turn arrow was about 1.6, about about 1.8, no, sorry, it's 3 seconds, about 2.86 or 2.87 seconds. So short by 0.1 something, so 1213. So that's enough to get a fine. So small mistakes can cost you $500. It's not worth it. So at the end of the day, average speed cameras, if you've got the tool to help you through that, why not? Why not use the tools? They're just aids. Ultimately, you have to drive according to the law, but any aid that helps you and reduces your financial risk, to me, is a good aid, and as long as it's not a distraction. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me on this trip today. It's appreciated. These are back streets of Seaford we're going around here. So yeah, that was good. That was good. Thank you very much. I've actually tested now the Tomtom Amigo product, and we will sort of see if there's anything that came up that I didn't actually discuss as we're driving along. I have a regular trip that I do from Templestowe to Ringwood, and I've done probably now half a dozen different navigation apps, and I will do on Tuesday the Tomtom's Amigo, and in both directions, and to see how the app performs. So, not exactly sure where these streets go. I think I know where it's going to go. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and until the next video.